Hello everyone, and welcome to our final reflection for this week. We'll be looking at the Paul Simon song, Still Crazy After All These Years, and reflecting on still being a Christian after all these years. Let me begin with a story. One of the most famous theologians, Scottish theologians of the 20th century was T.F. Torrance. He won the famous Templeton Prize for his work integrating science and theology. But many years before that, he had been a padre during the Second World War. And in Italy, during the fighting, he came across a young Scottish soldier who was mortally wounded and close to death. Torrance knelt down beside him to minister to him, but the soldier only said one thing. He looked at Torrance and he said this: "Is God really like Jesus?" Torrance assured him that he was. And with that, the soldier died. I find that an incredibly powerful story. A young soldier knowing he's dying, and the question he wants to ask the padre is God like Jesus? Why did he ask that? I can only surmise that if the answer was yes, then the soldier thought, I'm going to be all right. Why? Because he knew something about the Jesus story. And if God is like Jesus, wow, we're in good hands. The Christian journey is not an easy one. It has many twists and turns. And it's always been the same. At the time of Jesus, there were different reactions to him. Some people said, this guy's mad, have nothing to do with him, walk away. Others said, no, he's dangerous, we're going to have to do something about him. And then there was those who thought, gosh, this guy's intriguing, this guy's magnetic, this guy's captivating. Let's listen to him. Let's follow him and see where it leads. I talked earlier in the week about the Christian traditions, the New Testament, and the sources that we have for our faith. In the last couple of hundred years, these sources have come under incredible scrutiny and investigation and even attack. Since the Enlightenment, the Church, I suppose, intellectually has been on the defensive. And yet, when the controversies die down, when the debates subside, and the smoke clears, there he is, the Galilean, standing on the shore, calling us to come to him. The question for us is, will we row towards him, or will we head our boat in the other direction? In John chapter 6, there's an account of Jesus teaching, and some of the crowd find his teaching too difficult, and they say, I've had enough of this, and they walk away. And Jesus addresses the disciples, his close band of followers, and says to them, do you also want to leave? And as always, it was Peter who responded. And he says this: Lord, to whom shall we go? You have the words of eternal life. We believe and know that you are the Holy One of God. To whom shall we go? If not you, Jesus, where else are we going to go? Who else has the words, the authority, the authenticity, the power that you have? We don't understand everything. Sometimes we're struggling. But no, we'll continue to follow, because we know something's happening in and through you. So the conclusion to the week is, personally speaking, I'd like to think I'm still a wee bit of a rebel, so it's still a wee bit crazy, a wee bit of the rock and roll in me. But alongside that, I'm still a Christian, despite it all, despite the wrestling and the engagement, some the times the doubts. I'm still hanging in there because of Jesus. But what about you? Are you faltering in your faith? Well, maybe this is the time to renew the pilgrimage, to get back on board and walk with him. Or are you on the edge of the faith, peering in, curious, questioning, wondering? Well, maybe this is the time for you to begin the pilgrimage. Jesus calls us all to follow him. And it's a journey of discovery. It's a journey of awakening. It's a journey of faith. Let's all begin it together. During this time of lockdown and pandemic, when there's a good chance for reflection on who we are, what we're about, what our lives are about, there is no better time, I think, than these days to make these decisions. Thank you for listening this week. I'll see you on Sunday in the church. God be with you all.